UCLA to force the issue a little bit. Daly running after the ball handler.
Alexander hits the three, something Boston University did very poorly against San Diego the other night.
But if you don't get that, that's what happens. If they can get out of that trap, you find it opposite side, they make the three.
There's Eric Daly Jr. drawing the foul. He played some 5 last year as a freshman at Oklahoma State. Well, that's not the plan for him this year.
He play as hard as he wanted and defend, and they also fouled too much.
That ball got saved, and Daly going all the way, and he can't lay it up. Kobe Johnson was able to save it to Stefanovic. Johnson again with the rebound. Bilodeau to clean it up.
What an unselfish play by Kobe Johnson. Gets 2 offensive rebounds.
Shot bothered and then rebounded by William Kyle.
Will Kyle in the game. That's his job. Rebound, run, and do this. Dunk.
Oh!
You just saw his entire job description in one play, guy. He got the rebound, he ran, and he dunked. This will hold comfortable the more reps he gets, Trent Perry.
Defty, who had the block on the other end with the nice finish.
Well, again, I said this right off the top. This is what BU wants to do. They want to get a stop, get into the half.
Rebound after the good defensive effort.
Those were the plays, that Scott Clark pass on the last possession, which really hurt him against New Mexico. Just unforced errors in the half-court offense, throwing it to the other team as Kobe Johnson knocks down a long 2.
That's pure.
Underrated scorer, Kobe Johnson. You know, he's not going to be your primary guy ever on the offensive end, but he can knock down a 3 and he can make plays offensively.
Daly to Clark.
I think he's a perfect example of what we're talking about with Mick Cronin as Kyle gets a foul. Look, Dominic Harris can really shoot and can really score. Why doesn't he have a bigger role right now?
Shooting team collectively, right?
Yes. Yeah, but again, I go because he can guard 1 through 5. I think he's strong enough to guard certain 5s, but he can for sure guard 1 through 4.
Sebastian Mack forces his way inside.
That's what he does, and he did it all last year. Where Cronin's trying to stay under 10 turnovers for the game, so they're going to have to be pretty clean the rest of the way to try and do that. 21 turnovers on Friday night against New Mexico.
Sebastian Mack, a shake and a drain.
That's what has to change for him. It can't be a drive every time, looking for contact, getting the foul line. He has to be able to knock down that open 3 to set up the drive into the paint.
So far this year he has.
Ball pressure has been really good from UCLA here early. Just better offense from Abdullah.
3rd team foul for Boston University. Quick pass, but a little miscommunication on who the receiver was. And here comes Abdullah. Tough shot, and he makes it.
Nope.
And he can't make the Bruins pay.
Good rebound in traffic by Kyle.
Bruins dominated the glass.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Stefanovic.
He felt he had 2 defenders behind him, or one in front, 1 behind. Didn't even come down to the curve than most freshmen coming into this level. But if he can guard, he's going to play.
A McDonald's All-American, a top 30 recruit. A little scramble creates an open look for Alexander, who cashes it in, his 2nd of the night. He's positioned inside and then gets pushed out and fouled by Malcolm Chimezi. It's his 2nd. And
whether you're posting up, whether you're trying to get a rebound, can your base?
What was I supposed to do? And he gets both. Nice touch.
And minutes, guy. BU has done a nice job handling this trapping defense of UCLA.
Well, the Bruins got it to 14 early, and it felt like there's a foul on Mack.
In one game, it's usually fixed the next game. Yeah. And so, you know, no Dylan Andrews tonight, so that's different. You know, Scott. Look, I think this. I think the more you change defenses and mix defenses up, the better it is. If you're sitting on one way of defending, I know you're playing man every possession. If I have
from the line this year, and he earns a 2nd. And a one-time basketball coach.
Pretty good defense. It's not.
UCLA 3 of 9 from 3 tonight. Nice cut on the back door from McNair for the dunk.
Linfield Christian in Temecula. I have been Marys. I think these teams don't want to pay the money just to come all the way out here for one game. So they try and get 2, hopefully in the same vicinity. It's not bad to come to California in November either.
Nope, they stayed at the beach after that San Diego game. They
California on the BU roster, so I think that's part of it. A lot of these coaches try and schedule. That sounds like more of a once every 4-year foreign trip instead.
He makes both free throws. They've cut it to single digits. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. Mack goes flailing inside and draws the foul.
See, a lot of now you're in trouble.
First free throw. Brewster right to the rack, and that's denied by Kyle.
That's what William Kyle is here to do. That right there. Weak side defender, send it back.
And Mack can't spin it in, but Kyle is there for the dunk.
Real clear to block shots and dunk. Shooting threes, yes.
That -4 prescription at the rim.
You're right.
Doesn't factor in. Bilodeau with the jab, but he can't finish.
Well, they talked a lot about that with Bilodeau. Deep post. But if you post it, it doesn't mean that you have to back guys down. Maybe we can get another look at that after these technicals.
On Joe Jones,
our shot.
BU coach, got teed up.
Officials call with Terry Weimer and Chris Rastatter about the coach's box. They made it out of the coach's box onto the floor. I think this year that's going to be an automatic tech. Yeah, that's a good green light. 20 FGAs in a game. That'll work.
Shot clock low. Kobe Johnson steals it. And Johnson goes in for the layup.
Well, again, he can offender.
He averaged just over 2 steals each of the last 2 years. And he has 2 steals tonight. 60 seconds remaining in the half. The Bruins on a 9-0 run that Tyrone Alexander can break at the free
dealing by going to double a player. And so best offensive player, but is more of like a center fielder kind of guy, disrupting plays.
Bilodeau with good position. Double came and then left. Tough shot. And it's short.
See if BU goes 2 for 1 here.
Palacios, who had 3 threes on Friday, can't connect.
UCLA could still go 2 for 1.
So Mack pulls the trigger, and that's too short. Just about a second game clock, shot clock differential.
Hey, Roy, come get it!
Much better start to this game here tonight for UCLA than Friday night, obviously.
Ben Roy with Perry all over, and Perry commit.
UCLA turned him over, got some easy ones. Do they try and down tempo it even more?
And we'll see what the Bruins do here. Sky Clark glances up, looks again. Underneath, nice. And the dunk.
Most guys settle for a long 3 at the buzzer. Good. So again, I mentioned it a few times in that first half as well. He's now the focal point of the opposition's defense, and they're not just going to watch him and let him score.
Stefanovic is stroking it from the outside tonight. That's his 3rd 3.
Bilodeau with his numbers, how he's going to have to start reading defenses, and 2nd and 3rd defenders coming. Did a nice job of it on the last possession.
There's a turnover created and a run out for Daly.
Game start, sometimes you've created some bad habits of being a little too physical, using your hands too much. And you kind of need to readjust.
Daly now with 7 points. Sorry, Don.
And he's going to be a guy that's going to be more of an outlet kind of offensive player. He won't be involved in a lot of actions, I don't think, unless he's initiating them with the ball.
Nice pass to Stefanovic for the dunk. And he's into double figures. More points off turnovers.
Daily, but I think it's more about doing what Mick Cronin wants and what he values, and toughness, not turning it over, playing hard, defending, all that stuff. And maybe you didn't do that. At 1 point, I dribbled the ball 3 times. So that's whatever, 6 points. So the other 35 were I just caught it and shot it. Only played 7 guys. Look at that. Big minutes for the starters.
And we have to say thank you to the great sports information. You know, contact sheets. That's in and out. Meaning, you know, it's on triplicate and it doesn't quite scan as well. So Alex, with his hand, would have to darken some of the the handwriting.
Proud.
Defty, if he got, and the foul he drew on Defty was his 4th. Like, you know, you go back to the point Brewster takes and hits a 3, his first of the night. You know, all of that history now becomes Big Ten history. Although, as we mentioned the other night, your record for the most points in Pac-12 history doesn't go into the Big Ten record book.
No.
Bilodeau beats, but he'd be second, right?
But I'm still here calling games, so that's all right.
That's mental toughness right there.
That's right.
Nice basket by Bilodeau, and he's got 6. And he came in averaging 21 in the first 2. What have you seen from him?
Well,
we talked about the doubles, but what have you seen from Bilodeau?
Well, he just hasn't gotten the ball as much, Guy, and I think BU, I've said it a couple times, wasn't just going to single him up and let him score. That was one of the few times where they didn't bring a second defender and he was able to score. So Tyler Bilodeau is going to have to remain patient on the offensive end, in the sense that there's going to be some nights like on Friday where he gets 23 and 15, but then some nights like tonight where the other team says, look, you're not going to beat us. Other guys are going to have to beat us. Eventually what?
Eventually, or as they look currently to you?
Of the Big Ten on paper. I still say on paper because we've only played 2 games. It's hard to tell. Out.
Another traveling call. There's been more traveling in this game than there was at the game that was played here at halftime, that nobody watching
The frat
got to see, but it was the fraternity face-off. I don't think there was.
Is that what they called it, the fraternity face-off?
I don't think so. First basket of the night for Trent Perry. I don't know what the score of that halftime game was between 2 fraternities.
It wasn't very much. I think it might have been 2-0.
Kyle draws the foul on Baptiste. That's his 3rd. 10.
The game like he has tonight.
What do you think about the way he sets up to shoot that free throw?
Well, they're obviously changing mechanics right now. Daly gets the bucket off the missed free throw. But I think that's a work in progress. That looks like somebody to me that's trying to, we're going to strip it down and start over. And this is how you're going to start over.
Mack with the steal and the layup.
Well, you're playing 2 point guards. When Dylan Andrews is in there, Andrews and Scott Clark are both point guards. So it's really not one primary ball handler and then a secondary. It's 2 primaries, and whoever has it brings it up, or if you're in your press, an area where Dylan Andrews can continue to evolve.
Under 7 minutes remaining now here in regulation.
Morrow up with it. Why are you dribbling?
Going hard for the dunk.
He's dribbling so he can dunk it. Perry came back and got it, but Morrow's in there. Be aggressive to control your own defensive board.
Daly almost lost it. And now has the size advantage and draws the foul on Ben Roy. Number up there in the rafters. And, you know, I think
turn on a UCLA game or a, you know, in the past Pac-12 games that he
was remodeled about 13 years ago.
Yep.
And so it's different in many ways, but
original building, but yes, different in a lot of ways. And I thought when they did that 13 years ago,
closed
it was closed for a season, yeah.
That had to feel a little odd.
It was weird.
4.5 minutes to go here as Roy hits the 3. That's his
Division I, and the Patriot League is mid-major. What's the difference between mid-major and high major? Size and athleticism.
And Morrow putting that on display right there.
And so, you know,
he's close. He's dressed out. He went through warm-ups, not playing tonight, dealing with a groin. Day-to-day is what they're calling it. They were very patient with Mara. You know, you'd expect the same. But
You just don't mess with groins and hamstrings, especially this early in the season. The last thing you want.
What does he bring? What does this Bruins team look like when he's on the floor?
Well, enough. But I think for him with look, last year's team wasn't very good. They were young. At 15 turnovers is just too many for the way they want to play.
After 21 on Friday, Abdullah off the back rim and a whistle underneath. Foul against Quinn Nielsen into the. So the Bruins going deeper into the bench. With 1:20 remaining. Ryan Sutliff also new to the lineup on the floor for BU, and 60 seconds to go here as Nielsen can't connect and Mara goes way up for the rebound.
That time he didn't jump. We wondered if he jumped on the dunk he had a few minutes ago. That rebound he did not jump.
Seiler no career points, so be on alert.
Well, now.
Oh, and he almost had his first career assist. Here's Baptiste. Good luck. Mara was able to block it and get the rebound.
If you come to a 2-foot stop against Mara, you might as well just kick it out. You ain't scoring that.
Shot clock is off. Well, after a frustrating loss to New Mexico on Friday night, the Bruins were challenged. The fans encouraging Seiler to shoot. He's not going to do that. And UCLA with its second 30-point win of the season. 71-40 over Boston University. Sebastian Mack had 12 points off the bench for the Bruins.